Gore, what is it good for? Well, fun in video games. Today's game, Gore Ultimate Soldier, brings us back to 2002 in a futuristic first-person shooter created by 4D Rulers. If you want to jump straight into the action, here is the timestamp for nothing but the gameplay and my soothing voice. Otherwise, okay, let's see what development details I can find on this shooter that people don't bring up all that often. Turns out information is a teensy bit scarce as well. The company 4D Rulers was a family company started by Joel, Rick, and Nick Hunick in 1997, who immediately began working on Gore, trying to make something of a cross between Quake and Duke Nukem, which is pretty ambitious as your first game. Check out this early game trailer from 1998 playing behind me now. This is what the game began as, and let me tell you, it does not end up there. Instead of using the Quake game engine, they instead turned to Slam Software and their AMP engine, which would end up on Gore and one more game afterwards. Secret Service Security Breach, teaming up with Activision in 2003. Alright, let's take a look at that then. Okay, yeah. So, having Slam man Ben Earhart joining the team, the 4D Rulers began what would end up a 4-year development process. 4 years is a long time for what ends up as quite a short game. The brothers and Earhart spent months going back and forth on what they wanted Gore to actually be. Initially, that Quake influence was being directed towards a single-player experience, but as time went on, the market shifted and multiplayer games were hot. It worked for Unreal and Quake with Tournament and 3, so maybe similar results would happen with Gore being primarily multiplayer focused. If you know me, I don't really do multiplayer-only games. I'm kinda really bad at them and I'm only getting worse with age. However, Gore actually has a single-player campaign we will dive into. 2002 arrives and 4D Rulers snag Dreamcatcher Inc. as publishers. Oh, I remember your guys' logo from Necronomicon.
What's going on? Listen to look at me.
Let's see, the biggest games under their belt at the time were the Nancy Drew series and Dracula. So, not shooters. Summer 2002, what did Gore release alongside for competition? Let's see. Jedi Outcast and Morrowind. But in terms of first-person multiplayer, Gore was going to be dwarfed by Battlefield 1942. Warfare on a scale previously unseen with gigantic maps, vehicles. EA was giving us a breath of fresh air back then. Exact figures aren't around, but from the 4D Rulers website, Gore looks to have sold something like 60,000 units. In comparison, Battlefield, okay, a much bigger game, in 2 years sold over 2 million. Sales aren't everything though, how is the actual game itself? We'll get to the reviews and the reception afterwards, but that's enough rambling for now. Instead, let's get to the Gore. No thrills on the boot up, we get to our main menu after some logos, no music, we pick a difficulty. How much will I die? Alright, let's go. Okay, some story. No voice acting, just some text to set the scene. Let's break this down into some more bite-sized chunks. Gore Ultimate Soldier takes place in the late 21st century, where a crime syndicate rules all, going under the name Mob. The government fights back, creating the UMC, and a big war breaks out and 70% of the civilian population dies. Time and war wage onwards until the UMC have a breakthrough. The Meat Machine. This is a virtual environment for soldiers that speeds up training the most hardened soldiers to the battlefield tenfold. However, Mob catches wind of this and decides to infiltrate UMC's training facility and meet the Meat Machine with Mr. E Machine. That looked good on paper. This is a blast from the past. Actual load times replaying an older game. I can actually read all the stuff here.
Welcome to the Meat Machine. I'm Corporal Stevens, your radio dispatcher. It's my job to make sure you complete your objectives without dying, so try not to embarrass me.
It's mandatory training time. Sound off like you got a pair. Drop and give me 50, you maggots. Where is everyone? I guess it's just me and my platoon. What about this UI then? It's enormous for one. 2002 still loved the Matrix neon green aesthetic. And we always have our objective on the bottom right of our bar. Otherwise, the big focus here is this chunky monkey of a gun model, a beautiful silver handgun. Nothing to aim at just yet, but I can go ahead and spoil that this gun is a very solid starter pistol. Full damage, good to know. Well, I'll be damned, we have legs. Always a surprise in first-person games to look down and not just see the ground. And are these ski boots? Is that the future of fashion? We also get some nice crunchy footstep sounds. Straight away the game is hammering home the importance of our stamina here on our UI bar in blue. It recharges after we expend some through jumping, running or being shot and taking damage. This comes more into play though in the multiplayer, where there are classes and varying amounts of stamina. This chap blasting at us as we tightrope across is not part of the simulation. After we drop him, we are told there is an invasion and to take out all intruders. All hands on deck, maggots. Just line the booties up. Easy now. Ladders, my one weakness in games. Enemies everywhere now, and what's fantastic is how varied they are. Up top we meet lame-o Duke Nukem first, then some cyberpunk lady ambushes us around this pipe section, and now... Look at this guy. Varying heights is weirdly rare in games full stop, but especially shooters from this time. Just taking on my friends, nothing but his fists and a beer. I'm not even mad. And yes, you get fellow UMC soldiers to tag along sometimes on missions, which bugs me in two ways. First is that the AI is not good, and the second is why does this mean there aren't bots in the multiplayer? Eyes on the prize, cadet. Told ya. Right, so back to the start. Note to self from now on, F2 quick saves. Gore's machine gun is fine. We grab it off this mob here and soon chunk some enemies down in a hail of bullets. Reliable enough, but we soon get stuff that is far more fun.
Some objects, like fire extinguishers, can be destroyed if you shoot them.
This game is jib-tastic. We saw our poor friend Michael spreading himself out over a large area earlier, and now a fire extinguisher makes mincemeat of this mob. Soon we will be jibbing non-stop with certain weapons and it never gets boring. So a question of the day down in chat. Do you prefer jibbing down enemies or that classic outrageous ragdoll physics of the 2000s? I'm gonna go jibs, but it's close. Ragdolls can be so funny. With that, training is over and we have to get out of here and step up as a real soldier boy. The subsequent map, UMC Cube facility now, under attack from the mob faction. The enemy count really steps it up straight away. It's corridor shooting and linear, but it's fun. I probably should stop letting Big Boy here feed on all my UMC buddies. How are the water effects in Gore? This was a big test of game progression back in the day. Okay, let's move on. You wouldn't believe it, but this man sprinting away at the end is the big bad of Gore. Our objective suddenly emphasizes retrieving the database he is running away with, so I focus on chasing him down, ignore his henchmen, but I'm never gonna catch him and he is bulletproof at this stage anyway. Bullshit. Vertigo now, which means breaking through the stairs obstacles with bullets and reaching the playground of the rooftops. Also check out that classic early 2000s gamer tag, Optic Nerve, straight out of Hackers. Rooftop shootouts are always a fun arena, all our mob friends are here, Bud Spencer. I wonder how many people will get that reference. It's showing off the game's nice enough lighting and of course booping baddies off the top, very fun stuff. Third level, Brooklyn Brawl. Hey, I'm walking here. Is that Brooklyn? I don't know. You've probably noticed even at this early stage just how quick the maps are. Some done in 5 minutes easily, quicker if you sprint it. Brevity is good, right? Here we are on the streets of Brooklyn now where, an accidental right click and I realize alternative fire modes are a thing in Gore. I tried it out on the pistol earlier, but that was the one weapon that didn't have one. Our machine gun lobs a toxic gas canister a short distance ahead with a teensy area of effect. If you can funnel a group in, position it, I guess it has use, but mostly, didn't use this that much. But never mind that, we just received Gore's first shotgun. Let's see how this thing kicks. Okay, I think we can do better though. Oof. There it is. Jibbing is so cathartic. This is gaming therapy. I don't want too much brutal realism, I'm not looking for nightmares here. I want chunky polygons exploding into silly meaty chunks, and wow, Gore does that well.
I'm a knife guy!
Our alt fire is a luminous shield, which is incredibly useful as you can keep shooting as long as it holds. This shoddy is our staple going forward. It's slow, but line it up and it delivers. Well, that's a bit rude. Since we have more firepower, I suppose it's only fair we get upgraded enemies as well. Wielding dual Uzis, this Shredder wannabe has obnoxious armor you need to break through. Get too close to him and it's lights out. Armored enemies are going to be showing up from now on, and they are all a bit infuriating. Corpse Beer, the beer of the future. Is this Soylent Green? Okay, again, I see these dual Uzis. I saw that NPC using them. I definitely saw screenshots of these, so what gives? It's a multiplayer only feature. I'll go into more detail about it after the story section, but showing me things I can't have? How dare you? With that level finished, we take a break on chasing down our database and instead focus on taking down a counterfeit ring, with a new sniper rifle to start us off. I hear something. What is that? They're definitely close. And confused. Okay, not what I expected this gun to do. Right click is alt fire and not scope, and shoots out a bouncing beam penetrating enemies. Ah, right shift. Of course that is the zoom button. Well, now we can at least, Come on man, I can't aim, stop moving. Oh, you can charge up the gun to boost damage. Oh, I'm panicking. I'm mouse scrolling and I'm whipping out whatever. Yep, thought that would happen. At least I know I have grenades now. I think she's on to me. She's doing some evasive maneuvers. Okay, back on track. Let's see. The UMC all meet up in a parking lot for some urban warfare. Check out this boy's booty. Or are these just padded ski pants to go with the boots? All the mysteries of Gore. We find the gargoyle bank entrance. The mob unit have holed themselves up inside. Tightrope walk across and break in via the vents. These indoor environments are nice enough, but when compared to other games in 2002 like Resident Evil Remake on the GameCube, or even Elite Force from 2 years prior probably looks a little better. Lighting and details as well as art design. I would think this is reflective of the long development time as well as a much smaller team, I guess. That said, for a nostalgia massage, this still hits home. Alrighty, let's blow up this safe. Shooting's not working. Well, we have our grenades. Nades it is. Just drop one lightly at the base here. Escape back to the van and we are out of here to the shipment yard, where we hunt down weapon crates to hamper mobs' progress.
Fill my beer!
Whoa, that's a big guy. That's our big bruiser decked out in armor this time and wielding our next weapon, a quad-barrel shotgun. Shoot off 4 shells, either in quick succession or all at once. It's good, it's just armored guys tank it a little too well. Alright, looks like we got the jump on these guys for a shotgun shell exchange. Oh my god, what is happening? Okay, so we go again, not this time Luke Nukem. Destroy the weapon shipments and let's get out of here.
Mission accomplished. Head back to the van.
2 shredders back to back. I need to get better at stripping their armor down. The quad barrel isn't quite cutting it. Warehouse. Their house. So we have advanced to taking down nukes now. Don't remember that part in training. Oh, so good. Actually, on that note, let me just check. No, Gore was surprisingly not banned in Australia. Oh, this list is fascinating. 50 Cent's game, The Witcher 2. Risen was banned, the 2009's pirate version of Gothic. You upside down guys okay over there? The pistol is really solid still, and mostly stays that way until the end. Surprisingly good at taking down armor too. Okay, we find the nuclear weapon, just shoved into the corner of a shed. What is our ultimate way of defusing a device of such monstrous power? Okay, so in fact shooting a nuke disarms it. Good to know. With that, let's hop on a train and head to Tucson. I'm kidding. I know this is pronounced Tucson, but I'm just wondering if anyone has already started angrily typing down in the comments. Suddenly, Gore goes western. I think in-game it's supposed to be a vacation area with western theming, and honestly it's a fantastic setting for shootouts, all very Tombstone, but a bit head-scratching. Yeah, so I am sure a lot of you have figured it out already, but Gore's single-player campaign is in reality just going from multiplayer map to multiplayer map. One end to the other with progressive weapons and enemies thrown in, all with the faintest whiff of a story buttered lightly on top. And if you think Western seems a little out of place, you just wait. Oh hey, look, it's easily the most annoying enemy in the game. The orange, jumpsuited, flashbang throwing explosives expert. No, you don't get flashbangs, unless it's multiplayer. What am I doing? Just Mr. Magooing around here. To counter this, we do get a rocket launcher though. Another fantastic weapon model. Yeah, that works nicely. Yeah, cactus hurts, good to know. So let's find our objective, this mob boss. Maybe an epic boss fight is afoot. What kind of weapon? Oh, he's dead.
Mission accomplished.
Next multiplayer map is a small town leading to the mob boss's mafioso mansion. Redundant sentence, but it has some alliteration. It's a nice looking map. I feel like I'm in Counter-Strike, except that I'm winning. Whoa, steady on. However, that does mean we get a new weapon. No surprise, the flamethrower has a beautiful weapon model. It suffers a little in the way most flamethrowers do in games. It's a channeled kill they keep shooting you throughout. Probably a nightmare to balance this weapon in terms of damage, and ammo is gone in a flash. Not the flashbanger again. Fuck this dude. Into the mansion now to take down Ultra Nerd. I mean Optic Nerve.
Make your way to the top floor and take Optic.
Oh, howdy friend. You guys really look like Serious Sam. Did anyone ever tell you that? What do you mean you'd rather play that? Don't say that. Nice interiors, make your way through this decadent house and find Optic Nerve hacking away intensely with the Meat Machine database. And we are not able to do squat because that's how games work. Guess we just hang about beside him. That is an enormous desktop. Phew. Oh, I wonder if it's an E-machine. I actually based my name on Scooby-Doo like 20 years ago. More text, more story, no fun cutscenes. Let's see here. The Meat Machine was corrupted, Optic Nerve accessed the innards of the virtual database, and has all the plugged-in Marines as prisoners. So UMC's only course of action is to get the best of the best of the best and plug them in to take on the virtual bad guys from within. Only this time, virtual death means real death. Everyone up to date with the story? What do you mean this makes no sense and it's all just waffle to explain away why we go from random place to random place with no real reason? Who told you that? Absolute nonsense. Anyway, so the next level is a haunted house. It's actually a drug bust location where the Optic Nerve virus has been isolated. We break in, kill our familiar faces down dimly lit brick interiors and decrepit rooms. And to end this level, we reverse Santa Claus out.
I am in control of the mean machine now!
Okay, is everyone ready? Wait for it. Wait for it. Surprise chainsaw skeletons! Da-da-da, skeletons! Yup, it caught me by surprise too. What a delightful surprise as well. Game, you're back on track for an A+. They corner you and sew you up real quick. They also drop these gnarly chainsaws for us to use. Very nice of you. There are skeletal variants of our dual-wielding shredders as well. All while we make our way backwards through the previous level. Get used to skeletons just popping up everywhere from now on. Here we are in a temple, obviously a 4x4 small map because this takes all of 3 minutes to complete. Gothic? Don't tease me, that's one of my favorite games. We do get a nice new chain gun though. I approve. Right click for twice as fast, but ammo blinks out of existence. Really nice looking map. Very quick, I approve again. Alright Gore, what's next?
Are we going into space? I can't feel my legs!
Again, same old for the most part. Shooty kabooty down cosmic hallways of metal. We get some robots here because space, who take more than a few extra rounds, and we get an anti-gravity room. Then we enter the refinery map afterwards, which is more of the same, let's be honest. Make sure you kill all enemies or you can't port out at the level end. You'll just be stuck and you have to meander back and find that lost soul waiting for sweet release.
Good job, the core is safe. We've just opened a jump gate for you. Get out of there.
Dead end. The final level starts in a crypt. I guess this is your home, skeletons. It is I that intrudes as the monster here. Robots? Okay, you guys seem a bit out of place. Finally, past the groovy graveyard, we enter a large church for the final showdown. What is Optic Nerve gonna have in store for us? A rocket launching giant demon. Nice job, soldier. Ultimate soldier. Let's read what the end says. You awake to see surrounding UMC officers. It was important to believe it's right. It was all fake. It was all pulling the "it's all a dream" at the end scenario. Ugh. Game's over now. Let's get to the very quick multiplayer rundown. This was multiplayer focused. Well, no shocker there. No one around. Loading up a map alone. No bots. What year was this? Come on. In the menu you get to choose your own character, each with varying stats and voice lines, but more importantly, different weapons. Throwing knives. Robot Man is slow as hell but has inbuilt weapons. We have Beer Man. Oh, look at that animation. Awesome. Aha! Dual wielding Uzis. Should have been in the game for sure. Another sniper rifle. Honestly, this was probably a blast back in the day. Whatever, it's all dead now. To the meat machine! Well, that was interesting. Let's jog over to Metacritic and see what kind of reception Gore Ultimate Soldier received back in 2002. Not the best. A healthy enough user score of 7, but a lower 58 critical rating. Let's handpick some reviews and see what the nitpickers had to say. Okay, well first up, IGN gave Gore an 80 out of 100 and said, its arms, legs, face, and tender, cushy butt are all average to the core, but the total package is still cuddly. Ivan, are you okay over there? Anything on your mind you want to get out there? On the other end, we have Firing Squad saying, no one in their right mind should bother playing this game. There are so many better alternatives out there right now. I would say neither of these reviews really capture Gore. It's definitely somewhere in between. So how about the user reviews? Maybe they have a more nuanced opinion. Spartan117 says, bad game. Okay, so what did I think? Let's do the good and the bad. On the positive side of the game, I love the weapon models. Chunky but great designs, just feeling like a beast of a weapon in your hands. The guns themselves are mostly good, no complaints. A nice variety and good number of them. Alternative fires. Particular favorites would probably be the pistol and the normal shotgun. But what good would the guns be without the Gibs? The game is called Gore after all, and no, this is no Soldier of Fortune for Gore. Nothing is really though, but it is still incredibly satisfying. Enemies are for the most part fun enough to fight. I really like seeing a variance in heights and shapes to identify them from range. Screw those flashbang guys though. And finally, the changes in location are nonsensical, but it is fun to go from castles to temples to modern stuff. Okay, so the bad stuff. With that, the graphics were dated upon arrival in 2002. A messy long development is to blame, and I believe this was a budget title at about $20. The score, did I mention the score once? Well, guess that says it all. It's extremely forgettable, not horrendous or anything, but it adds very little. The story, I mean, they tried something to tie the maps together, I'll give 40 rulers that. But some direction with the maps considering the time in development and earlier trailer where it looked like there was a promising single player campaign. It's a bit disappointing in the end. So I knew going into Gore was going to be a quick spree through some nonsensical maps, but it's from my era of gaming, so a little bit of me knew I would enjoy it on some level, I always do. And yeah, I did. The jibbing and moment-to-moment gameplay is solid fun. Graphics, sound all feel dated even on the time it was released. And it's over in about 2 hours at most. But for what this game is, I had fun. You can hardly be bored doing this. You can grab the game from this website here, I don't think you can get it any other way. I'll put the link in the description, so why not give it a go? Maybe if enough of you download it, we can get actual multiplayer going, which was probably the peak of Gore. Anyways, thank you all for joining me this week and making it this far into the video. Here are my links. There's a Blue Sky one to follow me on, there's a Twitter one, here's a Ko-Fi link if you want to tip me or follow me or support me further, should you want to. It means a huge amount. What's next? Who knows? Certainly not me anyway. You got any suggestions? Send them in the comments below. I love reading what you all have to say. Yes, even when you point out obvious errors I make or find me a bit boring. I don't cry at that much. Anyways, I hope you have a great day and maybe this video made things even a little bit better for a moment. The world is kind of crazy out there right now. Keep safe and I'll see you next time. Bye. Ta-ta.